What's going on, guys? This video has been a complete disaster from start to finish. So, settle in and I'll tell you why. You might think that intro was just cool special effects, but sadly not. I started these chopping boards in early February, then I had to put them on the back burner for a little while, and during that time, the memory card in my camera corrupted, and I lost most of the footage. I was able to save some of it, but it was all pretty unusable. One of these chopping boards is actually from my girlfriend's mum, who's a really good cook. There was this one time I went to the pub with her dad to watch the football. Standard stuff, couple of pints, watch the game. But by the time we headed home, I wasn't feeling too good. I'm pretty sure I had a dodgy pint somewhere in there, and it made me feel pretty rough. Anyway, we get back to the house, and she's made this amazing stew and dumplings. Honestly, it's probably one of her best meals. It's so good. So even though I was still feeling a bit rough, I tucked in, ate it, and it was delicious. On the drive home though, still feeling off, I said to my girlfriend, "Did you think the stew was a bit salty?" To which she looks at me and says, "No, not at all." So I thought no more about it. Probably just feeling a bit ill, you know. It's probably affected my taste buds. Didn't think any more about it until my girlfriend, who's an absolute wind-up merchant, decided to tell her, "Oh yeah, Dom said your stew was really salty." And ever since then, every single time she cooks for me, without fail, she'll say something like, "Don't worry, I went easy on the salt," or, "Oh, I haven't salted it just yet, just in case." I'm pretty sure my girlfriend has given her a full-on salt complex at this point, which is tragic because her food is genuinely fantastic. So, I'm hoping a fancy new chopping board might help me get back in the good books and maybe, just maybe, undo the damage a completely imaginary salty stew has caused. Now, you might notice a few of these clips coming up are quite short, and that's because after memory card gate, my spare memory card was basically full, so I had no room whatsoever for recording clips. I had to just quickly turn the camera on, record what I was doing, turn it off, set up the next thing, turn the camera on, record what I was doing, and turn it off as quickly as possible because I wasn't able to get the footage off the memory card and clear it and start again because my new memory card hadn't arrived at this point. Don't forget 10% off Craft Resin UK. Use code BRINHOUSEStudio10. This is the deep pour epoxy again. It's mixed on a 2-to-1 ratio. And yeah, I've had no problems with it. It's been really good. Very little air bubbles in it. It mixes really well and it goes off really well. So definitely, if you're in the market for any resin, have a look at Craft Resin UK. Now I've got two different buckets here because I'm doing two different colours. One of the chopping boards is going with a black resin, and the other one I'm going to be using rouge to get sort of a maroon colour again. Once again, I just worked out the volume of the resin and mixed up exactly what I needed. I probably could have had a little bit more because it was a little bit tight to get all the little cracks filled in the oak one, but it was pretty perfect. Now at this point, the memory card in the camera was completely full, so I had to switch to my phone. That's why the footage looks a little bit different. But as you can see, you've got a nice full pour on both of them. There's hardly any bubbles in this, and it's looking good. So I'm just giving them a blow off, get rid of any bubbles that have just come to the surface, but there really wasn't anything to do, to be honest. Fuck off. I wonder if I can just get this out by smacking it with a mallet and save my molds. I doubt it, but we'll give it a go. Where the hell is my mallet? Yeah, it hasn't budged. Not budged an inch. What's the point in the release tape if it's not going to release? Broken the seal there anyway now. So we're just going to have to break these. The tape release is fine from the MDF, so I can just fall out. Come on. It's not day today. Tape does work really well, to be fair. Credit to it. See what's perfect. Just release the bottom. Where's the gap? Give us a bit to see it. There it is. Perfect. Nice. Come down. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was really dumb. I got a few. Really excited to see what this one looks like. Once it's been playing down, I've got some oil on it. I think it's going to look amazing. All those swirls in it. There you go. It's going to look really good. This one's going to look good as well. Although, I'm not sure what the bottom side is going to look like. The tops have got the swirls in them. The bottoms are looking a bit plain, but I did put these ones top side up in the mold, so the top should look cool with the swirls, and we'll just have to see what the bottom looks like. God, I can't even see the edge of the release tape on this one. There we go. Come here. That's nice. That's a nice character in that. Let's get them over the planer and see what they look like, eh? Skipped a bit at the end, but actually it's a little bit of a bow in it, so we're gonna have to. I'm actually planing against the bow here. So I have to do a little bit of just skim it here. That's better. That's got it. Cool. Let's do the other one. I don't know how well you can hear me over the bloody sound of the machines, but this one's got a bit of an up bow in it as well. They've both got a bit of a bow the wrong way to what I want to plane them at. So that's annoying. Skip it gently. See, it's got a bit of twist to it as well. It's taking these two corners off, not these two. Got a little bit of twist through it. It's not enjoying this as much as it did the other epoxy I put through it. I wonder if the cutters are just a bit blunt. It seems to be jumping on it a little bit. I'm not quite sure why. Cut the other epoxy fine. We'll give this one more to flatten it out. Still a little bit of twist through it. And then we'll get them through the thickness there. This epoxy. I wonder if it's because it's had longer to cure than the last job I did. This has been sat here for fucking ages now. So it's probably gone to its full hardness. Whereas the other one was probably, it was fully hard, but not like an absolute rock probably. I don't know. Right, let's thickness them. Happened. I think I accidentally took a bit too much off that last pass. Nice. That is a slight problem. Right. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. This wormhole hasn't completely filled with resin, and that's not ideal. I'm going to have to, there's a crack there as well. I can CA glue these though. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this deeper one. I haven't got any fast setting epoxy. Problems to be solved. This one has just got a few too many bigger pits and holes and cracks in it. So I think what I'm going to have to do is order some fast setting epoxy, and I'm going to have to go around and fill all of these with that painstakingly. So, which means I'm not going to get this finished today, but it's been 3 months. What's another couple of days? This one's looking absolutely perfect though. There's no knots, splits, cracks in this one, so we can crack on and get this one finished in the meantime. Nice. Some little tiny air bubbles just down this edge, and I might just skim this back under the planer and see if we can get rid of them. What did we get to? 27. Let's try 26 then. Now they're still there, see? I don't know if you can see that on the camera. These tiny little pits. We'll take it down to 25, and then if that's not got it, then they're just getting filled with CA glue. That's a bloody beautiful colour. We're going to start with this small 2mm round that was already in the trimmer. See what that looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. It's just a very small radius. Cool. So for the finish on this, I'm going to be using this pure tung oil to start with. I'm going to soak it with this, let that dry. And then on top of that, I've got this Balsham's Wood Care board butter. And that's going to be going on top of the oiled finish then. And then you'll just use that then as a maintenance as and when it's needed. Let's get it on. That is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Let this sit on you for a little while now to fully soak in. And then I'll come back and give it a wipe over with a clean cloth. But yeah, it's looking really nice. Right, now this is dried and it is looking really nice. It's time for the board butter. So let's get some of this on here. Just going to use this relatively clean cloth. Load that up and then just wipe it on. And then once this is all coated up, I'm going to leave this for about 5-10 minutes and then buff it off then. And it should leave us with a nice waxy finish, which is going to just bead up any water that sits on it. God, it's quite soft, that. Just going to buff this off now. And that's it finished. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. It's looking really nice. Just got a clean cloth here to get this all buffed in. I've already done the other side. But of course, as this project's been such a clusterfuck, the camera's not charged. So it keeps dying after I give it a little charge. But that just seems to be the theme of this project. Fucking clusterfuck. And there we have it. One board down. And one to go. It's been like another 2 weeks since I filled all these cracks with that epoxy. I've been flat out just doing actual work that pays the bills, and I've not had a chance to finish it yet. So, since this has got to be delivered next week, and I'm going away on Monday, let's get it done. Just got to cut its length, plane up the edges, round it over, give it a good sand, get some finish on it. Job's a good one. Let's get it. I haven't got a particular exact length in mind. I'm just going to trim it up. It's only a chopping board, so it really doesn't matter what the finished size is. So I'm just going to take this epoxy off the end and just clean this up here. I think I want to go about there. See how that looks. Perfect. So there's still a few little hairline cracks and gaps in all of this, splitting around this knot. So I'm just going to get some CA glue in there. This side's pretty good now after I gave it a little touch up with that fast setting epoxy. Tiny little bits, but the CA glue will get that, be fine. It's the only problem with using wood with a lot of character in it like this, especially oak. Get a lot of little shakes in it. Right, should be ready for sanding. I won't bore you with a whole sanding montage here, so I'm just going to cut ahead to when it's ready for finish. That's ready for some finish. Like magic. Just get the dust off it and get some oil on it. I also didn't want to bore you with a whole nother oiling montage in the same video, so it's all done. It's been oiled. I'm just buffing up the wax here. Nice. So there's just one more thing I'm going to do to these chopping boards to finish them off. And that's put some nice feet on the bottoms. So I'm just going to get the other one. So I just got a selection of feet off Amazon for these boards. I'm just going to put these black rubber ones here on the oak one. And then for the maroon one, I got these fancy looking brass ones, which were definitely more expensive, but yeah, it's nice quality. So they're going to go on this one. I'm just going to mark these out, drill a couple of holes, and get them on. Just coming in 25mm from each side. These are really nice. If you're looking for that extra bit of quality, definitely go for something like those. If you want something more basic, these were dead cheap of Amazon. It's like a £5 and you get tons of them. Where's my screwdriver? One down. Very nice. Where's the screws for these ones? And these ones actually come with stainless steel screws. which is good considering this is going in the kitchen. Finished. 2 epoxy chopping boards. Only 4 months late, but who's counting? Thanks again for watching, guys. I really enjoyed making these, even though it did take me 4 months to make 2 chopping boards. But these things happen. I'm hoping to start my next project pretty soon, and hopefully that one will go a lot smoother than this one did. If you enjoyed the video and you've made it this far, hopefully you liked it. So if you could, hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, that would also really help me out. All that's left to say is see you next time.